Welcome, friends. I am Chimi, the inquirer of plots, suspector, sequels, and more importantly, your host this evening. Tonight's monstrous smackdown is King Kong vs. Godzilla, which came out in 1962. In order to boost TV views, Mr. Taco, head of Pacific Pharmaceuticals, sends Sakurai and Faro to Faro Island to find some medicinal soma berries and to retrieve a giant monster that the natives worship. Meanwhile, in the Arctic, a submarine investigates radioactivity in the area and crashes into an iceberg. Godzilla is released from his Arctic confine and heads for Japan.
Godzilla!
The Japanese military does everything in their power to destroy Godzilla, to no avail. When Sakurai and Faro finally arrive on Faro Island, the chief orders them to leave, so Sakurai gives the natives gifts.
Switch it on, like this, and you get them my magic.
The chief allows them to stay but warns that he will not be responsible if the monster eats them. After hearing a monstrous cry, they go into the jungle to investigate, but retreat after a thunderstorm causes an avalanche on the mountain they are on. So they return to the village. But the village is attacked by a giant octopus. Then King Kong appears to battle the gelatinous sea creature, which then slinks back into the watery abyss. After King Kong's victory, he sees the berry juice and kicks back a few shots, which then causes him to get drowsy. The villagers take advantage of the opportunity and lull King Kong into a deep sleep.
Let's go home.
We're going home.
No, we're going home.
With Kong.
With Kong.
They manage to put King Kong on a giant raft attached to a boat. Mr. Taco, who claims ownership of King Kong, arrives by helicopter to see his prize. Mr. Taco has arranged to take King Kong to Tokyo, but he is met by the Japanese military. They tell Mr. Taco that King Kong is not allowed on Japanese waters and is ordered to be returned to Faro Island immediately. With Godzilla heading for Japan, the world comes together to try to stop Godzilla. Godzilla arrives at Hokkaido and demolishes a train. Back at the boat, King Kong awakes, so they try to shoot the explosive set on King Kong's raft. Now free from the raft, King Kong makes his way to Japan. His path intercepts Godzilla's, which ends with King Kong scorched and seemingly walks away in a bit of a daze. A newsman states that Godzilla will become weak against electricity, unlike King Kong, who grows more powerful from the electric charge. The military rig the power lines to create an electrical blockade. King Kong is approaching Tokyo and leaving destruction in his wake. He also approaches the electrical blockade and begins to consume the electricity. He then continues to rampage throughout Tokyo. He then picks up a train and grabs Sakurai's sister, Fumiko.
What'll we do?
I know. What's that? Get my drums.
He then,
right away.
with
Sure.
the military's permission,
I can stop,
plays
sir.
the drums as well as a recording he had of the natives on Faro Island, and launches a rocket filled with soma juice. This puts King Kong to sleep, allowing Fujita, Fumiko's fiancé, to rescue Fumiko, who is miraculously unharmed. Realizing that the atomic bomb is no option, they decide that the only way is to make them fight.
Kong versus Godzilla. If we are lucky, both will die.
But how? With King Kong asleep and Godzilla miles away. Sakurai has an idea to use Vegeta's indestructible wire to tie the knocked out King Kong to multiple giant balloons and drop him at Godzilla's location. That roll did not go as planned for Kong. It seems he has hit rock bottom.
Godzilla has disappeared without a trace. As for King Kong, our international communication satellite is following him. And strangely enough, we wish him luck on his long, long journey home.
Thank you for joining me for the Kaiju Battle of the Century. Till next time.